The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here joining you with Dick Girardi. We're coming to you from Parks Racing to bring you all the latest in news and horse racing from around the country. On today's show, we're going to check out Kentucky Downs with their unique turf course and high purses that drew all the country's top grass horses for competitive stakes action. They had 2 Breeders' Cup Win and Your Aim races, and Parks had 2 stacked allowance races here last Monday. So let's start with there, Dick. There were 2 very competitive races. They were almost like stakes races.
Yeah, they really were, Danny. I don't remember allowance races, race 6 and race 9 on Monday, this good, this competitive with horses from not just here, but from elsewhere, and stakes winners coming to run an allowance races.
It was pretty exciting. We're going to start with Monday's 6th race from Parks. It was an allowance race going 1 mile, the $48,000 purse, and our favorite's Wentz, who deserves to be favorite for trainer Jamie Ness.
Yeah, what a claim this has been for Jamie Ness. I mean, he's been on a 2+ year roll now here at Parks, and Wentz is one of the good ones. Even though the quarterback is gone, the horse is still here.
We won't hold it against him. And our second choice is Bird King for trainer Mike Pino, who's been getting a lot of horses in the winner's circle lately with jockey Angel Castillo.
Yeah, Mike's been one of the best around here for quite a long time, and I still love these horses by Tisnow. 20 years since Tisnow won that Breeders' Cup at Belmont, right after 9/11. Remember the great Tom Durkin call, Tisnow wins it for America.
One of the best calls. We just had our 9/11 Remembrance Day for 20 years. We're thinking about everybody. But here's the call of Monday's 6th race from Parks. It was an allowance race to remember.
No easy leads here. It's Wentz and Baracho, and they're 1-2. Baracho with a head in front. Dreams Untold is tracking right off of these 2 pace setters in third. Still saving ground from that outside post. Crossed over to the rail, is now 2.5 off him. That's Bird King. Second to last, Hockey Puck and the trailer, Senior Investment. They continue to work up the backstretch. They went quick. 23-1 for that opening quarter mile. Trying to come on back as Wentz to the inside of Baracho. They're still 1-2. Nice trip here for Dreams Untold. Is stalking right there from third, is ready to pounce if good enough. Bird King starts to run on from fourth. Then Senior Investment, who launches a rally with Hockey Puck. New leader is Baracho, trying to put away Wentz, but here's the challenge from Dreams Untold. Dreams Untold is ranging up 3 wide, coming after this leader who was softened up in those early fractions. They're approaching the quarter-mile pole, and Dreams Untold is the new leader. Senior Investment is following that move. Red Cap is going to be rolling down the center of the racetrack. It's Dreams Untold who's got the lead, trying to hold off Senior Investment, who's making up late ground, and here comes Senior Investment after this leader. Dreams Untold for a final 1/8 of a mile, but still bounding up on the outside. Here comes Senior Investment. Senior Investment and Dreams Untold. They're 1-2. Senior Investment runs by. Senior Investment, Kendrick Carmouche.
Well, it was Senior Investment and jockey Kendrick Carmouche. Kendrick's riding as good as he ever was for trainer Scott Lakin. How cool Senior Investment? He actually got 3rd in the 2017 Preakness.
Right, he won the Lexington Stakes that year for Kenny McPeak, a claim back in 2019 for $50,000 by the man who's made more good claims than maybe anybody ever, Scott Lake, who of course original Parks Hall of Fame class, and maybe one day we can get him up in that other Hall of Fame up in Saratoga, and Scott's been on a really good roll. Senior Investment's a cool horse.
We're going to talk about him a little later, so hang on for that. But Dreams Untold made his first start back since August, and they took him back to a mile. He looked like he was going to win the race, but he got caught right at the end.
Yeah, I thought he had the race won the whole time. Frankie's got to be just smiling, right? He's sitting third behind the 2-horse Speed Duel, nobody behind him. Looked like he had it. Just got a little short at the end. Maybe it's just because he hasn't raced, but yeah, or hasn't raced long for a while. But yeah, he's still a nice horse by Smarty Jones.
Absolutely. We're going to see where Speed's going to get some people into trouble as we start into our next race. It's another stacked allowance race. It was Monday's 9th race from Parks, $48,000 allowance race. This is for the sprinters going 6 furlongs. And our favorite is Chateau for trainer Rob Actress, who ships in from New York, and jockey Kendrick Carmouche.
Yeah, this is a one-way horse. He needs the lead. When he gets it, he's really dangerous. Dangerous to the point where back in March at Aqueduct, he won the Tom Fool handicap, and obviously this is Kendrick's kind of horse. This is how he learned on these speedballs going, I don't know, 2 furlongs at Louisiana push tracks.
Well, Chateau's going to have a little company. He's co-favorited with For the Love of Bourbon for trainer Mike Pino, another fast horse.
Right, For the Love of Bourbon, remember, won the Banjo Picker here on PA Day. A great claim by Mike Pino. John Service was also in on that horse for $50,000 down at Churchill. And I don't know that the last time I saw this, Danny, we have 2 horses that are even money in this race. On paper, they just lay over the field. Chateau's the slight money favorite, but both of them are even money in here.
We have seen For the Love of Bourbon come off the pace. We'll see what happens today. I think it's going to be an exciting one. Here's the call of Monday's 9th allowance race from Parks.
The favorites 1-2 as they move up the backstretch. Tringali wanted to be up in the early pace, just wasn't quick enough to get up there, has got ahead. In front of Violent Turbulence, who's tracking in 4th. Midtown Charlie Brown with a wide Infuriated at the back. Don't Mesa with Me. 4 furlongs left to go, and they throw it down up front. Chateau and For the Love of Bourbon. They went quick. 21-4 for that quick opening quarter mile. Neither giving an inch, and these two taking it right at each other. For the Love of Bourbon puts a head in front of Chateau, who's got to come back there in second. Tringali, settled in 3rd, is coming after these leaders now, who are softened up by those early fractions. They approach the quarter-mile pole. For the Love of Bourbon puts away Chateau for now. Tringali and Don't Mesa with Me, both presenting a challenge here after this leader. For the Love of Bourbon. Here comes Tringali, and Tringali is coming up on the outside. Don't Mesa with Me down towards the inside. Don't Mesa with Me with a lot of momentum. Don't Mesa with Me and Tringali. For the Love of Bourbon back to 3rd. It was a quick pace. Don't Mesa with Me is opening up. Pulls off the upset.
Well, the 2 speedballs went out to the lead, but Don't Mess With Me and jockey George Gonzalez had something to say about it, and they came flying home to win.
Yeah, in some ways it was a carbon copy of the other race we just showed, right?
Yep.
The 2-horse speed duel. They made it into a match race. Paco and Kendrick were just out there battling. Chateau ducked out first, then Paco came out. And instead of the 2 even money shots, Danny, we got 2 10-to-1 shots run 1-2 as they set it up with the speed duel when the horses just collapsed.
It was pretty cool. Both horses shipped from Penn National, and yeah, Flynn Stites was really happy. He's done well with that horse, but that horse ran a huge race. But the track was a little deep on Monday, and as we could see, speed was getting into trouble.
It was, but Kendrick, I love how Kendrick rides. He just goes for it.
Time for our first break. When we come back, we're going to head to Kentucky Downs for some big turf races. And Ashley Eisenbiel from Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association will join us to talk about everything going on PA Derby Day, so stick around.
And it is wide open up front here. On the inside, Shadow Cat comes on through to challenge for the lead.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate Tomasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, Ashley Eisenbiel from Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association stopped by to join us. We're going to talk about what will be going on our PA Derby Day. Dick, Ashley's great. She's done a great job with them.
She is great. She's the marketing director for really a national endeavor that we're trying to get people interested in racing, especially here in Pennsylvania, and she is doing a great job, and can't wait to see what they have in store on Saturday, September 25th out in the picnic grounds.
Well, they always come with their A game, getting people interested in horse racing here in Pennsylvania. Here's more with Ashley.
Ashley, tell us what you have planned for Pennsylvania Derby Day.
Well, we are so excited to be back here at Parks Racing for the Pennsylvania Derby. So the PHRA is going to bring our Thoroughbred virtual reality simulators so everyone can try them out and actually get in a race and feel the excitement of being a jockey in a race. So that's going to be awesome to bring them out. They haven't had the simulators out in a while. And then we're also going to be there selling some of our Old Smoke t-shirts. So we have our Old Smoke t-shirts there that you can come out and buy, and all the proceeds we do from the sales from the Old Smoke shirts go towards aftercare in PA.
Tell us what the virtual reality horse race is about. What's going on here?
So we actually have these virtual reality goggles that you put on, which have a tape of a race. So it happened at Penn National, we did it. So you'd be able to look around and be able to see the jockeys on either side of you, behind you. And you're also moving because we have a simulator that you sit on that actually makes the movement of a horse galloping. So it's really cool.
And where will this be at the track on Derby Day?
It's going to be out in the Picnic Grove. So a lot of exciting things happening. Also, if you don't follow us on social media, do that at Penn Horse Racing, because we're going to have free PPs. So free PP downloads for the PA Derby. All you have to do is sign up on our website or visit us on social media, and that's at Penn Horse Racing.
And who wins this virtual reality horse race?
You'll have to try it, Dick, and find out.
Well, it's really going to be a spectacular day. We hope everybody comes out. They're going to have a free hat giveaway, and I want to try that virtual reality simulator.
Me too. Yeah, I want you and I. We'll hang out, see who can win that race.
I hope I'm on a front runner so I stay clean. But enough of that. Well, it's time for us to head to our national coverage, brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, well, you did pay too much. We're going to go to Kentucky Downs for their awesome turf course. It was 1.5 miles for the $1 million purse. It was the Calumet Turf Cup Stakes, Grade 2, and it is a Breeders' Cup win, and you're in. And our favorite is our dear boy Arklow for trainer Brad Cox at 2-1.
Right, the 7-year-old son of Arch, 35th lifetime start. Danny going for a 10th win, won $2.7 million. Won this race last year and won it in 2018.
He's a neat horse. That's a lot of dough to win. And our second choice is another beloved turf horse, Channel Cat for Jack Sisterson, and gets Johnny B.
Yeah, Channel Cat is another one of those horses that just gives you big effort time after time.
So definitely stacked turf race. Here's the call of the Calumet Turf Cup.
So they pass this first turn and head toward the backstretch here in pursuit of Epic Romance, who went 23.75, a very fast fraction for this 1.5 mile distance. There's 1 mile to go. Big Dreaming is running along in second. Channel Cat is third on the inside. Tide of the Sea tracks them in fourth. Crossfire Hurricane fifth in between horses. And then comes Glen County on the outside, followed by Arklow and Imperador, who's down toward the rail. Break of another 2 lengths more, and they're being followed by Breakpoint. And at the back of the pack, A Journey to Freedom and Dyna Drive. So they went this first half mile in 48.6 seconds. They passed the 6 furlong pole, and they come downhill and head for the 5 furlong marker here. And it is wide open up front here. On the inside, Channel Cat comes on through to challenge for the lead. It is Channel Cat on the inside. Big Dreaming right alongside in second. Epic Romance still up with the leaders in third with a half mile to go. And then it's Glen County racing along in fourth in between horses, along with Tide of the Sea. Those two are right together. And on their inside comes Crossfire Hurricane. 3/4 up in 1:13.15 seconds. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch here. 3 furlongs to run. Epic Romance on the outside has a slight lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Right alongside is Channel Cat in second. Arklow trying to fight his way in between horses. He's in traffic there, and he had to steady behind a wall of horses. Imperador is moving on the outside. Right up there, too, is Glen County, who's coming with a rush. Imperador and Glen County, these two emerge 1-2. Arklow trying to come back after steadying early, but he's running out of time. Imperador's got it.
Well, Imperador gets it done, the Argentinian bred with jockey Joe Talamo. I mean, he stayed inside, saved all the ground. That had to help him out on this big race.
Yeah, and then Danny, at the end, he stayed out of the traffic trouble. You saw all the horses bunch up there in the stretch, and Imperador was able to clear that, and Arklow, the favorite, was not. If people saw him, the 5 with Florentio, who just couldn't get through, then finally got loose and was flying at the finish. Unlucky second. Would call him much the best, but you know what? The money goes to Imperador and trainer Paulo.
It certainly does. Paulo was so excited. They had a video of him after the race, and we got to see Imperador last on Haskell Day.
Yep.
He ran the United Nations. So did Arklow. He was very unlucky that
He
day.
was.
But
that style often makes you unlucky.
it does. It does. You need a horn to get through that traffic. Well, we're going to keep with our theme at Kentucky Downs. It was the Fanduel Turf Sprint, a Grade 3 going 6 furlongs. Another Breeders' Cup win in your end. And our favorite is our girl, Got Stormy, 7-2. She's running against the boys here.
Yeah, speaking of amazing careers, 2.4 million. Most recently, the 4-star Dave. Again, what a cool horse she is. Now 6 years old and still rolling at the top of her form.
She is. I love her versatility. Runs short. She runs long. Fast Boat gets our second choice. Everyone knows I love those city zips for, and jockey Joel Rosario for Joe Sharp, who's been doing really well out of Kentucky.
Yeah, and Joel Rosario had an incredible meet at Kentucky Downs. 18 winners, set the record. I mean, it was just insane. Only 5 days. 18 winners, big fields. That's how good he was. Here he is on Fast Boat.
He did. He won the jockey title there. We'll see what happens in this race, but here's the call of the Fanduel Turf Sprint.
Front-running Bombard leads the way with 5 furlongs to go. Gear Jockey on the outside, up running in second. Diamond Oops is third. Born Great is fourth. Fast Boat fifth on the inside. And then Imprimis in sixth. Got Storming in the middle of the pack. Stubbins is narrow on the outside. And then a ground-saving trip for Front Run the Fed. CM Reap is in behind them as they make their way around the far turn. And then it's Chewing Gum who's on the far outside. Casa Creed is down at the rail. Bombard runs at 22.38 opening quarter mile, and he makes his way to the top of the stretch in front. Bombard turning for home on the lead. Gear Jockey on the outside second, and they're into the stretch. These two are 1-2. There's still a quarter of a mile to run. Imprimis is sent along and behind them, and is now up running in third. Fast Boat, Diamond Oops right there. Stubbins, Got Stormy trying to come through an opening in between horses. It is Gear Jockey. Gear Jockey, the one to catch, arriving at the 16th pole.
Well, Gear Jockey gets the win with jockey Jose Lascano, and he was sitting right off the 3 that was on the lead, and he had a nice, easy trip, clear trip.
Yeah, it was the perfect trip for one of these sprint races on turf, Danny, and Rusty Arnold wins it for Calumet Farm. It's always fun to see. It's not the old Calumet Farm Silks, but it's still got the great name.
Definitely great horse. Diamond Oops gets second. Got Stormy was a disappointing 6. I just don't think it was her day.
Yeah, it wasn't her day, and that's a bizarre kind of a turf course, and either you like it or you don't, and sometimes it has give, and sometimes it doesn't, but I am never counting Got Stormy out after her last win.
Well, congratulations to Gear Jockey. And continuing at Kentucky Downs, it was the Ladies Turf Stakes, a Grade 3, going a mile over their turf course, $750,000 purse. These purses are huge. Princess Grace is the favorite. We got to see her here at Parks. She's even money for trainer Mike Stidham. This time she gets jockey Florent Giroux.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is the first time she's ever had the same jockey twice.
Yeah.
Giroux is riding her in all her other races. It was a different jockey. And this is her 7th lifetime race, Danny, at 7 different racetracks. And she's only lost once and barely was unlucky. And of course, as you said, won here at Parks in the dock. I mean, what a cool horse she is.
She is such a cool horse. She doesn't take her track with her. She can run anywhere. And it looks like any jockey could get along with her. Well, Dalika, the German bred, is our second choice with jockey Joel Rosario for trainer Al Stahl. It's 7-2 odds.
Yeah, it got to the point this weekend when Joel did not win. You were like, how did that possibly happen? He was that good and that dangerous every time he went out.
He's one of the best jockeys out there. Well, here's the call of the Kentucky Downs Ladies Turf Sprint.
And Princess Grace, the favorite, slow out of the gate, will be last early on here as they race down the hill and head for the 5.5 furlong pole. And it's Sarah C out there in front by 3. Princess Causeway takes up the chase, running in second. Shifty She is third. Corral to the inside, 4th. Abscond is in between horses. Dalika's there on the outside. Princess Grace behind the 8 ball after that start. She's 8 lengths off the lead with a half mile to make up that ground. Then she's on the warpath in Summer and Saratoga on the outside. And Princess Causeway sidles up alongside of Sarah C. The two of them are stride for stride now as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Corral is third and right in behind the leaders. Princess Grace is going to save all the ground, and here she comes now with an inside trip as they make their way to the top of the stretch. And now she swings right outside of Sarah C. and Princess Grace has rushed up to take the lead. Saracee lost the whip there. Gaining ground on the outside is Shifty She. In between horses, Princess Causeway. Absconda's there. On the outside, Delika. It's a driving finish. They're trying to catch Princess Grace.
Well, Princess Grace shows us while she is now racing royalty, especially on the turf. Jockey Florent Giroux, I mean, she missed the break, but she still came chugging along way on the inside. You just see her consistently working herself up.
Yeah, that's when jockeys are the most valuable. In that circumstance, a lot of times jockeys will panic. Florent Giroux did the opposite. He just, as you said, Danny, just let her work her way into the race, saved the ground, came up the rail. She was 1,000 lengths the best. Princess Grace is that close to being undefeated. What a cool filly. I would assume we will see her somewhere in the Breeders' Cup at Del Mar.
Well, we know she likes Del Mar. When she won here, I heard jockey Joe Bravo say to Mike Stidham, hey, she's going to love Kentucky Downs because our Parks turf course can be a little interesting at times. Yeah, but awesome for Princess Grace. Well, it's time for Dick and I to head to another break. When we come back, we're going to have our jockey and trainer of the week and lots more stakes action, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a flash.
And at the rail, Foolish Ghost looking for room, and he finds a spot.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our jockey and trainer of the week is brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program right here at Parks Racing. Our trainer of the week is Scott Lake. We talked about him earlier with senior investment. Scott is now up to 6,204 wins as of last Monday.
Yeah, and we were talking to Scott on the way out of the track recently. He's not going to catch Steve Asmussen. He's probably not going to catch Dale Baird, but he's got a reasonable chance to be third or fourth all time. That's not all time here at Parks. That's all time anywhere.
That is one amazing feat. Scott's one of the great guys here, and we love talking to him. Congratulations to you. Well, our jockey of the week is apprentice rider Courtney Gallardo. She's back in the winner's circle, and we just like to root on our girls.
Yeah, absolutely. No, good for Courtney.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to head into our race recap brought to you by the Pewter Stable. Check them out at pewterstable.com. A great partnership. Become an owner today with them. And we're going to start at Monmouth Park. It was the Rumson Stakes, $100,000 for our sprinters going 5 furlongs. And you're going to remember this name, Francatelli. He just ran here on the turf. Now he's on the dirt.
Right. We saw him in the Parks Dash. He's the 5. He breaks like a shot. Danny, this is a brutally tough race because he's in between. There's the horses coming from outside, inside, everywhere. At some point, Francatelli's just going to get tired, right? It never happens. This horse just would not do it. It was like, I'm going to win. And he did. Cool horse on the dirt, fast dirt. He's now 5 starts, 4 wins in a second. And as we showed in the Parks Dash, he's pretty good on grass too.
Congratulations to Cal Lynch and jockey Michael Sanchez. I was there. Michael said, I did not expect to be on the lead, but he's a game horse, so he dug in, and gotta love those city zips. Everyone knows I do. Well, we're gonna go back to Kentucky Downs. It was the Franklin Simpson Stakes, a grade 2, $600,000 purse, going 6.5 furlongs. And we're gonna have our eyes on the Learjet. It's the number 2 horse. He broke really slow though.
It did break slow. It was pretty far back, the Learjet, but for Brendan Walsh, the trainer, and Tyler Gaffleon, at Kentucky Downs, there's no too far back. You can always make up ground. The Learjet's going to do it. He's going to roll by them all and win actually pretty comfortably here at the wire at a nice price of 8-1.
You see jockey Tyler Gaffleon get him to jump into the bridle. I think it was jockey Tyler Gaffleon's birthday too, so
nice
happy birthday to him.
Well done.
Yeah, but it was a really competitive race. Love the Learjet.
And what a meet they had down there, right? A record-setting handle at Saratoga, then at Kentucky Downs, so the sport is doing very well.
Well, we love to see that. continue going on with racing. It's time for Eye on Racing. Belmont Park is back.
Yay.
It's open. We're going to have 3 stakes. There's a Breeders' Cup Winning You're In, the Jockey Club Derby on the turf. That's $1 million race.
Yeah, now it's cool for Belmont to be back. We missed Saratoga, but that's the cool thing. After Saratoga, you get to follow Belmont meet.
And they're going to be running under the Twin Spires again. Churchill Downs is open. They have the Grade 3 Iroquois and the Grade 3 Pocahontas, and they're both Breeders' Cup Winning You're In races.
Yeah, the 2-year-old races. So yeah, Churchill is back. Laurel, they got a couple stakes down at Laurel this
4
weekend.
stakes.
The Woodbine Mile up at Woodbine. That's always a race for the Breeders' Cup Mile. So we're back into it. Pay attention. The Breeders' Cup is coming up fast.
You're going to see all these Breeders' Cup Winning You're In. A lot of horses will be taking shape now. Well, it's time for us to head to our final break. When we come back, we're going to have news and notes. We will be back right here after this break.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America. But we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action. Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes is brought to you by the Granny Fund, which helps our community with continuing their education here on the backstretch. And let's just talk more about the Pennsylvania Derby. It's approaching fast. It's September 25th. We're going to have this really awesome hat giveaway here at Parks while supplies last. I love them. They're yellow and blue, and they really stick out.
Yes, they do, and it's a week from today. So yeah, that's how fast it's coming up. Horses should start arriving next week from all over the country. Medina Spirit, Hot Rod Charlie from California, Midnight Bourbon, Steve Asmussen said he's coming. So we don't know all of that for the cotillion yet, but it's going to be great. Television, PHL 17, 4 to 6, Saturday the 25th.
Awesome. Well, don't miss that. Check out the PTHA social media. We'll get all the backside stuff with the horses training. And Turning for Home is going to have a Smarty Jones memorabilia auction and another 50-50, because who doesn't love to win money?
Yay,
you win money. It goes to a good cause. It's all great. But I'm really looking forward to the PA Derby.
We all are.
And the cotillion and all the stakes action. Well, that does it for Dick and I this week. But we're still racing here at Parks. Come check us out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Post time is 12:55. We'll see you next time here on Let's Go Racing.